I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship.
Oh my God, bro. Immediately, we have you not responding to the whole fact of your cousin, but you're talking about the relationship. People are more on the fact that you were more on the fact of the incest, of talking to your cousin, sitting your cousin, things like that, cheating with your cousin. Crazy way to start the response. Lack of accountability.
And I was in a very dark place.
A very dark place. There's been a lot of people going into a lot of dark places, but I don't think a lot of those people went the route of doing that with their cousin. Oh man, okay.
The time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong. I fucked up. And I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done.
Oh my God, I'm never gonna wash the dishes. Good, that's good. I'm glad she's seeking help, because, man, like, I feel like it's so often you do something insane and people will not hear you out. Like your mistakes are you. That's a crazy mistake, though. I ain't gonna lie. Oh.
And become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story, because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But
you think?
There's more to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name, and I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship.
So you were just sending nudes to him. You were just in the shower showing him your naked body. And you've been around him all this time, but you never had intercourse with him. It just seemed a little fishy, you know?
There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship, and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false, because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better.
Recent incident, huh? Okay, well, look, she just said that she's not trying to make anything sound like any better than what it is, but I don't know, it kind of sounds like you are, because I wasn't cheating my whole relationship, just this part with my cousin.
Better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend, and is completely untrue. My family does not—
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Snow Cone was actually tripping. Like, she was so angry. I don't know why she was that angry. Like, she was so passionate about it. You think she the one got cheated on. It just all seemed a little weird to me how Snow Cone was acting. It all kind of seemed superficial. So I kind of would believe her on this one. But then again, I don't know what she is or is not telling the truth about, because she is trying to get herself out of this situation, of course. I mean, she did delete all her socials after all.
Not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on, where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. At the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him.
I would often discuss his toxic behavior towards me in my live streams. You know what else you discussed? There was a clip of you talking about how much you loved your cousin back in childhood. How it was one-sided. But now it's not so one-sided. And also, you're not really addressing the cousin. You're just addressing this relationship.
Because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it.
Why would he convince you to do cousins of all things? He could have said stepbrother, stepsister, whatever. He could have said step stuff. But cousins, specifically cousins. And that's something that you talked about on your stream. That's something you mentioned a couple times. It was his idea for the cousin stuff, which just so happened to be your fantasy. Man.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex.
Okay, well, I didn't know about that. But then again, I did say Snowcone was tripping a little bit. I don't know, she was a little bit on one. Oh my gosh, Snowcone was heated. I don't know, man. Does passion like it's so hard to tell when a streamer is being genuine because like passion like that doesn't come out the blue. So like it's either yeah, she's heated for a reason. Why would she be that mad? Or it's why is she that mad? What is wrong with her? Oh, it's clip farming. But yeah, suicide should be taken seriously. I heard it was around this time, like the time where she got caught by him because he didn't upload the video till later on, like 2 weeks later or whatever, that she was on this little suicidal thing. But I don't. Oh, little suicidal thing is crazy. That is not what I meant to do. Yikes.
I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend.
Somebody gave you death threats because you were suicidal? Man, they give death threats at anything though. I can't even lie. Probably just because she messed with her cousin. That was it. Just like, ugh, you nasty, blah 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 blah, whatever, and then just say all types of things. So like, I mean, I could see it, but I don't know. Over your mental health, I guess they like, I don't know, telling her to off herself would be valid, but I don't know, man.
My ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship.
A toxic and abusive relationship. Okay. See, the thing is with this, anything you say is to be taken with a grain of salt, because the situation that you're in, you could have said this way ahead of time. You could have been said this, but instead you chose the moment where you're blown up online for these allegations, and it kind of just comes off as you only saying this because you got caught. Don't know. I'm sorry. I take everything to be taken with a grain of salt. Everything from here.
When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything.
That's understandable. First boyfriend, first everything. That you could definitely develop a very unhealthy attachment with that, because I mean, I've had not a similar experience myself, but with friends, like it was his first girlfriend. she really like she just got it just seemed like she wanted to move on to different things, but didn't really know how to go about it the correct way. And then he ended up crashing out so many different times, and it was just a bad situation. And it's good that he's moved on from that, but it took him a while. I can see like people staying in a relationship because of that, or like maybe not speaking out because of that. But at the same time, I don't know. This feels very spiteful of a video. You're not really addressing the allegations people want to hear, to be honest.
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be.
I'm sure he's not a saint. Every relationship comes with its downsides, but you were not addressing the proper things first. You were supposed to address certain things beforehand, before you went into this, because it not just kind of seems like you're getting hate and you want to send hate back at him. And now it's just this back and forth hate thing. And you know, you should just really be addressing the main issue at hand, because regardless of y'all relationship, you know, you still did what you did, which is kind of
Arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues.
Those are serious allegations. Do you seriously want to go that route? Wow. And I mean, your life is kind of ruined, so it could just be going to ruin his life, or it could be the truth. Those are very serious allegations. Probably, again, should have addressed the first thing.
And he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations.
Oh, okay, we're getting even more serious. I'm sorry, but that also kind of sounds a little bit like a playful thing. I don't know. It kind of sounds like a Miss Kiff, oh, she threw stuffed animals at me type of thing. But at the same time, I don't know the situation. I obviously was not there. And also, people feel things differently than the people intend to do them. Like, have this bigger person, a bigger friend that grabbed one of the smaller women that I know, and he didn't mean to hurt her, but she said that it hurt because she has a smaller frame and he's obviously a bigger guy, stronger, and you know, it just feels differently than he intended it to do. Intended to do. Let's hear these serious allegations. Oh my gosh. It's probably SA, because that's what she kind of mentioned beforehand.
Is that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Interesting. I mean, okay, that's a more, yeah. Because I was about to say that could just be juice for all we know, but there's a liquidy substance next to it, a smudge of blood, because she said that she got cut. The pictures are from 2024. This happened 2 days before my birthday. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, these are serious allegations. I really don't know what to think. She still did not address the cousin thing, but at the same time,
after all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like.
Not to disregard her or her sexual abuse, potential sexual abuse, alleged, that's what I meant. They were repressed until after you got exposed for doing something with your cousin. Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think she understands how not credible she is right now. Like, it's really hard to believe you on these allegations when you have these allegations against yourself that you are gonna try to move the attention, move the goalposts away from yourself.
After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of and trying to get my ex to change to no avail.
Yeah, man, I passed out last night. Brief overview of why you broke up with Kenneth. I could tell, but I finished that at 3 a.m. anyway, so I knew you'd be asleep. He lost a real one because of his problems he was never able to fix. I was putting 100% of myself into the relationship to fix it while he put 50% in it, so it didn't work. Despite everyone, despite everything, I loved him and I believed in him and gave him my trust in all in hopes he would change, but he never will for me because soon after our argument next day, we have an argument where his stubbornness held him back from being mature. Oh, from being mature. It's just proof he will never change, not for me, at least not while in this relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. So I stood for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago when we argued again. Then you have him over here, another image from 2024. Do it right now and we break up. I'm dead ass. I'm done putting up with your shit. Your stubbornness, you are wrong. You are in the wrong for this shit. I am not putting up with it. I'm not having to wait for you to get your sleep before you want to handle the issue between us two. So please let me know right now. I am so genuine now. I'm good. You got it. You can repeatedly hurt me, but you get to claim you love me, right? You get to claim. I'm sorry for my reading, by the way. You get to claim you tried, right? I can forgive you as many times as humanly possible, and you can remain the same man, right? I can go through hell and back and still be the one to try and repair what we had, be the one to come back. But I'm the one who doesn't care as much, right? I hope you rot in hell. Okay, so clearly Kenneth had a little bit of. I mean, we're not really hearing anything from him. He's kind of on a Nah, I'm good. You got it. It's whatever type of tangent. And like, there's not really like full context with the text because there's not really text from him stating anything. So it's very possible that because this is a situation. Yeah, girls act like people say girls don't act crazy unless the man is the reason. Like the man has to be a reason why a girl acts crazy. But sometimes girls do act crazy, and it can be for the simplest of reasons. That could be depending on certain mental health issues or whatever. Because I know my ex personally, she would crash out over the simplest things. We didn't have that many issues. We had a lot of arguments, and we end up breaking up over that and then getting back together the next day, and it just was a cycle. And like, she had these moments where she would also like split because that was a part of the BPD. So I don't know, it's possible, but at the same time, like I said, like she's giving us evidence on surrounding like toxicity in a relationship and also sexual abuse. So this is a very delicate situation.
Here's proof of my ex admitting
Wait.
to his anger issues.
Oh, okay, wait. Hold on, never mind. I should have just watched the rest.
Proof.
Started shaking when I seen your text. I still am good. You hope I rot in hell. I've been in hell for these past 11 days. I've been experiencing hell on earth. I am just speechless right now. You should be. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is you texting me right now? God work? Nah, the devil. Okay.
Of my ex admitting to his anger issues.
Right now, I feel absolutely tarnished and destroyed in my life. I don't even feel I feel like I deserve to talk to you right now because of what I put you through. I wish after my countless promises and I kept them, and when I said I would do better, I'm not going to talk about the effects of what I've been going through because I'm not trying to manipulate you to you feeling bad for me or possibly twist your mind, but this is how I feel. I am someone with great amount of pride and anger issues. In the heat of disagreement, I hold on to the pride. I argue till I die. That's what I've been told by many people, just not you. I don't like being wrong, but I think for as many times as I said I would calm down, that yet never did. I am so fucked for that. I was looking at a picture of you and maybe a few days ago with Brittany and just asking how could I make such a sweet girl cry? How could I do something so bad to such a lovable woman? These 11 days have been full of emotion, and I seen this video of a guy, one out of two, whatever,
and admitting to your
documented after he broke up, the type writing, and whatever, she tripping, kind of filler, realized how bad of a boyfriend I was, went back in time and changed what I did. And sure, I never lost you. Realization there's loneliness. You realize she's probably gone, living life. You're dying. I see something like girls grieve and get over it quicker than guys. Guys are stubborn. More. Here I am, 2 a.m. thinking about you.
abuse that led to fallout.
You were everywhere. My phone, social media. You started to kill me. What happened? Stubbornness led to this. Such a simple task. Road to recovery. Our last straws. We were at our last straws. And I didn't need to add to that by being stubborn and saying I would do better and fix us. You were shining, glowing like the sun, bunch of my bed, reality. Brittany, telling Brittany I'd rather die than continue living my life like this. See your text made me shake. I miss you.
Our relationship.
Also, I hate how he's saying 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5. Like I don't know how many texts I'm about to read. But anyways, you brought so much light and joy. Moment, I miss your smile. This is unnecessary.
I still have the letters.
Just like talking up, trying to get back in a relationship. Those are kind of useless
That
screenshots.
he wrote for me when he confessed to his abuse.
Stop break up, continue. Okay, she specifically highlighted these parts, so I'm gonna read only those parts. Also, she blurred Brittany, but we already seen it in the text. I always tried to hit you with no, let's not break up, let's continue fighting, I will change, or other empty lies. The truth is you did the right thing. You were strong enough to see the man you once loved has become uncontrollable. I have gone into a spiral of destruction. I was constantly raising my voice, acting erratically, and mentally abusing you. I did not understand your decision until the decision hit me. I became a stranger, someone who you did not know from the start. And you breaking up with me helped me realize that I need to work on myself. I'm not working on myself for the sake of the relationship, but for me. I have problems that can hinder my growth in many areas of life, and I do not get that. That's settled now. It will only grow worse. I am very thankful you show me who I am.
Confessed to the wrong.
About this whole time, like life, like fire. When realizing the type of shit I was saying, I realized how toxic I am as a person. I tried to figure out why I was so cold and dark inside. Why are you highlighting this? But I mean, no, he's confessing. That's what she's highlighting. And they told me based on the way I treated them that I have anger issues and I like to argue. They were also based on how I would text them and treat them in the past, even going back to how I would text and treat my ex before you. I've always had anger problems, and I started to realize that when I get angry, I become a different person and start calling people out their names as they were telling me when I got angry. I often called them horrible, blah, 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 and then try to, well, have I said worse in this video? Whatever. And then try to apologize after saying I didn't mean it because I was angry. Skipping over that, I was telling them a lot of our arguments went and how I would act during them. I realized I was the problem.
That he put me through.
I'm deeply sorry for all the pain and trauma I caused you during our relationship due to my anger, yelling, and psychological distress. I vow I will never ever put you through such a pain again. The time spent eye-opening. I have wronged you. Behavior. I've been working on my anger issues and pride, seeking help.
Our relationship. I also have experience.
Got into a better person. I've learned to manage my emotions, communicate more effectively. Understand now. I'm committed. Losing you was a wake-up call. I needed to change, cherish, endure pain. Okay, I want to say, like, he isn't like acknowledging physical abuse inside of here. Like, I feel like if he were going to like actually apologize, then he will like really like type out a letter like this, because typing out a letter like this, you really must feel some type of guilt, or at least you really want that girl, even if you really want to manipulate that girl and to love you. So you're going to address everything. And the physical abuse is a part of that, allegedly. So I feel like he would acknowledge that But at the same time, I mean, I can't speak on that.
Of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings.
He privated it. That was suspicious. Definitely lost the plot of the cousin thing.
I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my...
That's also understandable because there are some guys who want to lead in a relationship, pay for everything, do everything. And then in the end, they want it all back, or they talk about how they did all these things, even though it was their choice. So I can't see that being possible. Again, I am taking everything that she says with a grain of salt.
Ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but I feel like I'm losing my mind, bro. And I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy. Like, I think like a lot of stuff has been going on like in my life. Like, I need to stop pretending and not.
Jesus, how long is this video? Like, what information am I supposed to be gathering from here?
I'm sorry, it's just so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm at a breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all.
Oh my God, if you're gonna send a video, I mean, if you're gonna like put a video into your video, and you in the video say that you're non-descriptive, then explain the video as it's going on. Like, oh my goodness, what is
at all? But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow up and do better.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do for—
Do you? You barely spoke about how you messed up. You've been talking about him this whole time.
now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help.
I did also see somebody mention like how she keeps on glancing down every time she speaks. But at the same time, I do that same thing when I'm trying to think of what I want to say. Like, I start looking around because it helps me process my thoughts better. So I don't know what to say with that. Like, it could be a script that she wrote. Like, she could like have found, try to come up with some way to get herself out of this, have wrote a script. But I don't know. I can justify her looking away.
That they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple.
Okay, it seemed like she trying to cry, bro. She did not need to add that into the video. I'm sorry. It just seemed like she was trying to cry. Just, let's chill with that.
Times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like...
Okay, but you know what else was wrong? Messing with your cousin behind your boyfriend's back. Regardless of the toxicity in a relationship, I don't know about the alleged sexual abuse. I can't say anything about that. I'm speaking on what I do know. What was I saying? I forgot.
A breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should...
Yeah, no, it was a huge betrayal. Like, it's more than just... It's one thing to cheat, but it's gotta hurt so much worse for it to be someone's family member. That genuinely would mess someone up. I cannot trust girls around their family anymore. They can genuinely be around no male. That would mess somebody's psyche up a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming, and I will be back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time.
Interesting.
And thank you for listening to my
Very
truth, my
interesting.
story. This is my experience and the things that I went through in my relationship and in the past 2.5 years of my life.
So I guess that was her, like she said, her truth. I guess she wasn't really addressing the allegations. She was just addressing her truth. I feel like she kind of should have still addressed the cousin thing a little bit more, even like, because that is a part of your truth. Like you did do something with your cousin. Like that's undeniable proof. I mean, undeniably true. What did Max say? Title is The Cousin.
Saying he did. There's no way to ever know, but don't hate on her and tell her to end her life. That's
Yeah, I agree with that.
not how you treat people.
I just realized my webcam probably...
Two wrongs don't make a right.
My ex did was completely wrong and invasive at all. Be back to doing what I love.
Man, this is some good shit, man. This shit that brought tears to my God.
His dude.
Was I popping my titties on FaceTime for my cousin? Yeah, maybe a little bit. And I'm sorry, but I want to let you know mental health is important, bro. And I want to make the world a better place on me. Now, listen, chat. At the end of the day, my nigga, we don't know if she fucked my cousin for real. There's no way to ever know.
That is very true.
No way to ever know.
We do. We just know that she sent her cousin like nudes and stuff, and also showed her naked body to him on FaceTime. That is all we do know. We don't know if she actually had intercourse, but it's still, regardless, yes.
You could turn it around, Kai get her and streamer you.
Sensational.
Vaughn, I have everything that disproves what she said. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit! Immediately.
Now, Kenneth, those were strong allegations, gang. Those were strong allegations.
Very strong allegations.
I hope
very
good,
serious
bro.
allegations.
I hope that those things are not true.
And to all my supporters,
Genuinely,
I'm so sorry
really hope they're not true. Hope he disproves that.
Wait, chat. Who? Anybody cat gang or? Alabama gang. I don't know.
Because then it goes they're both in the wrong.
Fans. Her cousin though, shit, nigga, bruh. I don't know. Hey, look though, Kat.
Yeah, she turned the comments off. I've been noticed that.
Chat, what y'all think, bro? Verdict, bro. Verdict, bro. For cousin, but said she never did anything sexual, which I don't think that's possible. We saw the proof.
It's, oh my god, like that is something genuinely so hard to believe. Like, you expect me to believe that you didn't do anything with your cousin in a long time that y'all have known each other, and the amount of time that you liked him based on your story, which ended up actually being factual and not just some stupid story to make a clip. You liked your cousin for a very long time and you never did anything with him, despite having that list, that which I guess she claimed that the note wasn't real, I think. But I just don't buy it. You showing your naked body to him on FaceTime. Like, y'all are very comfortable. You're not comfortable enough when you're around him to sleep with him? I doubt that.
She did throw some fire back at Kenneth. She said that the SA stuff, you know, and the abuse, which she showed there was blood on the floor. It wasn't like proof of him necessarily abusing her, but
yeah, that's not.
Is that true?
Like, what she showed isn't actual proof that he actually did anything. And like, so I mean, it's like I said, to be taken with a grain of salt.
No way to really disprove that or know if that's true for real. She also said she was suicidal. She was in the hospital, which is not okay. It's not. Be a better person. Don't tell people to take their life. That's weird.
Bro, I cannot take this dude serious. Well, I don't really know what to think of this whole situation, because she kind of made it a lot more complicated than it already was. It's really hard to formulate any type of opinion, because you have to, unfortunately, take what she said. Not unfortunately, because you have to take what she said into account. Like, even if it's just made up, it has to be taken into account, because it's very much possible, because we don't know their story. And as not credible as she is, oh my gosh, man. The thing I can say for certain, though, she didn't address them cousin allegations much, because I mean, there isn't really too much to address. She did it, except she said she didn't do intercourse. Oof, man. Let me just end this and let me wash the dishes, dude. Let's